Email marketing is a great way to grow your audience online. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about how you can really quickly accelerate your email list growth with pop-ups on your Shopify store. So stay tuned. So having an email list is so important for growing your online brand because you're able to build this audience of people who know, like, and trust you and are more likely to purchase from you. You're hopefully adding more traffic to your site that is your ideal customer. And so as you're sending more of those customers to your site, hopefully they will engage with your site, either purchase your products or sign up for your email newsletter so that you can continually keep talking to them. Email marketing is great because you actually own your audience. Unlike other social media platforms who may change their algorithm and then poof, just like that, your audience and your reach is gone. So it's really important to be constantly adding new people to your list that are your ideal customer so that you can nurture them throughout the process and get them more familiar with your brand. Now, there is a right and a wrong way to do pop-ups. So in this video, I want to talk about the right way to do pop-ups, as well as an app that can help you get started in just 3 minutes. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the wrong way to do pop-ups. We have all been to those sites where you get on the site and as soon as you land and you're trying to figure out what it is that the site sells, you instantly have different pop-ups just coming up on the screen. And you're like, whoa, what is this? I just got to the site. I don't know anything about them. I don't know what products they sell. I don't even know if I'm gonna like the products or be interested in this brand, but I'm instantly hit with a pop-up to sign up to an email newsletter or get a certain discount off when I have no idea who they are. That's a wrong way to do pop-ups because you're gonna just end up annoying people without actually giving value. And you wanna make sure that you are giving value back to this potential customer in exchange for their email address. I don't know about you, but whenever I come to stores like this that just instantly have a bunch of pop-ups, I just click out and I may still go on the site and kind of look around and see what it is, but let's say I actually end up liking the products or the brand. Now I've already completely forgotten about that pop-up and you've lost the opportunity to engage with me and get my email address now that I'm more open to it and I'm not just being bombarded as soon as I get to your store. A really crucial point with email pop-ups is to make sure that you are reaching your ideal customer at the right time whenever they're on your site. Again, you don't want to annoy them and just show it instantly, but you want to make sure that whenever they're ready to connect with you, or they might be about to leave and miss an opportunity, that you can be able to show your pop-up then and hopefully keep them on your site and get them to sign up for your email newsletter. So pop-ups are really great at accelerating your email list growth because you're putting your email list really front and center on your site and making it where you're really driving a lot of traffic and attention to that. However, if done incorrectly, they're just going to aggravate people and you're not going to get the results that you're wanting because they're just going to instantly click out of your pop-up and move on. That's why I really love using Justuno for pop-ups on my Shopify stores because it makes it really easy and you can set up your pop-up in just 3 minutes. They also have a free 14-day trial where you don't even have to put in any credit card information so that you can test it on your site, which is super cool. And it's just really fun designs that they have as well. So what I'm going to be talking about in this video is 2 different types of pop-ups that I recommend setting up for your Shopify store. And we can do both with the Justuno app. So if you would like to follow along and set up the pop-ups with me, I've got a link in the description area below for Justuno so that you can go ahead and follow along and create these pop-ups with me. So I'm about to hop into my computer screen now to show you how to set these up. However, I want to first tell you about the 2 pop-ups that we are going to be creating today. So the first one is going to be for any new visitor who comes to our site. We want to make sure we're specifically targeting new visitors and not someone who's recently come to our site already and maybe already seen that pop-up. Because again, we want to make sure we're timing it out and we're not going to frustrate people. The second pop-up that we are going to do is going to be for exit intent. So this is going to be anytime that it seems someone is trying to leave your site. On desktop computers, that may be that they are moving over to another tab or about to cross out of the window. For mobile devices, it may be that they are just idle. But there's a lot of reasons why, of course, people will leave your site. But if you can hit them with a pop-up then of either a discount code or some kind of promotion to try and keep them on the site while they're still interested, that can be really helpful, especially if they already have items in their cart. And so you know that they're interested. They want those items in their cart, but for whatever reason, they're about to abandon the site and not continue with their purchase. So an exit intent pop-up is a great way to hopefully capture them and keep them on your site to finish that purchase out. So we're gonna hop into my computer screen now, and I'm gonna show you how to set up these two different pop-ups with the Justuno app. Again, there is a link in the description below so that you can sign up for a Justuno trial, and it's a 14-day free trial where you don't have to enter any credit card information to get started. So go ahead and click that link, and let's hop in my computer screen now and get started. So I am now logged into my Justuno account. So go ahead and click that link in the description to log in and enter your information to create an account, and then you can log in and you'll see this screen here. So what we're going to do now is we are going to create our first pop-up, which is going to be a lead capture pop-up, so that we're trying to get anyone who comes new to our site to sign up for our email list. So I'm just going to click on Create Promotion. And they have a couple different options here. So you can go ahead and create a custom promotion, you can use one of their templates, or you can import a previous promotion. However, they have a lot of great pre-built options. So let's do this, choose a pre-built. And you can see up here, they have a full list of different themes and styles, as well as once we click on it. So for example, the summer theme, we can see there are different options. So this is a banner for mobile. And as we go through, we can see we have a banner for desktop, an exit intent, which we will set up next. And then we also have our lead capture form. So that's one for mobile and desktop as well. So let's go ahead and set up this summer lead capture form for desktop version of our site. So I'm going to click on Add This Now. And we can see kind of a little snapshot of our site in the background and this pop-up. So this is a really fun effect and definitely eye-catching with the ball rolling back and forth and just a fun summer theme. So we have a couple different options. So you can go in and customize this pop-up 100% however you'd like. You can click in here and change the wording to be whatever you would like it to be, as well as change the color and all of the different settings that you're used to with editing a Word document. So you have a lot of different control that you can do here. So I think right now though, this looks great and I like the wording already. I think that's what I love so much about the pre-builts is because they really are kind of good to go and you can get them set up really quickly. So now what we want to do is we would need to enter in our email address. So the way that this pop-up is going to work is that it is the pop-up that is promoting them to enter their email address to view their code for 10% off. So you can see here, this is our pre-engagement screen. So if we enter our email address and click View My Code, it'll then take you to the post-engagement screen. So this is where it says thank you and has the coupon code. So let's go back to the pre-engagement and go ahead and get this connected. So I'm just going to click on this enter email box, and then I'm going to click on change form, connect provider. And now you see here it says connect email service provider. So we'll click on that. And they have a lot of different options already set up in here. So we are just going to scroll down and find ours, which is MailChimp. So I'm now going to log into my MailChimp account. So now that we are logged in to our MailChimp account, I am just going to authorize Justuno so that it can access our account. Now we can see it selected here, so we can just click on next. We just have one list inside of this account. As you can see, 2 subscribers, so we're really starting out fresh and wanting to grow this. So I'll click on this list here to enable it and click next. So now we have the option to build out our form. So for my form, I just want to select the email address. I don't want to ask for a ton of information because that can sometimes deter people from actually filling out your form if you're asking too much at once. However, you can go in and actually click on Import Field, and you can go by your list and import any fields that you have. So for example, I have your name, or you can also create a custom field. However, I'm going to just keep this at just the email address. And if we wanted to change the name here, we can just click on this pencil icon to change the field label, but I'm going to leave it as is and just hit next. So now we have our settings of who is allowed to subscribe. So if you click on it here, you have a few different options. I'm just going to leave this to anyone, and we can do any kind of additional filtering in the pop-up effects. And I'm going to turn off double opt-in. I don't have this on my MailChimp account, so I'm going to just turn it off for here and hit next. So now we have our overview area where you can see the summary of everything that we've connected there. And I'm just going to hit create form. And now I can just move this and click on it, drag it, and pull it where I'm wanting it to be. So we'll just pull this here, maybe even make it a tiny bit taller. And then we can move this email address field and put it in here as well. And if we click in on it, we can choose the font and styling. So we can go in and stylize this just a little bit now. I'm going to make the text bold and darker, and let's also make this a little bit bigger. And actually, let's see now if we drag it and drop it in here, we can edit that. Or I think I do still like it above the field itself. So let's move that up just a tiny bit. Move our form up just a tiny bit, and then we are good to go. Okay, so we've got our form set up here, and that's how we set it up on the side. However, we can also go in and do the post engagement screen. So let's click on that there. And now we want to actually show them, once they enter their email address, what the code is that they can use. And now actually seeing it, I think I might do the same type treatment on the front as I have here, but let's set up this coupon code first. So I'm just going to click on the field here, and we can click on coupon options on the right-hand side. So you can do a couple different things for your coupon. You can upload a coupon code. So you are syncing that with what you've done in Shopify if you have different codes there. Or you can do a multi-use code. So we can just say summer 10, and that can be our code that everyone will get. And that way we can really track and see how well this pop-up is performing based on how many people use this code, especially if we're not going to be sharing this code anywhere else online. It's a helpful way to track and see what people are actually, where they came from and how they got the code to make the purchase. So let's just hit save changes. Okay, and let's go back to the pre-engagement screen, and I'm just going to give this the same type treatment as the other one. So I'm just going to make it a little bit wider. I'm then going to center align it, and my bold and the larger font I'm going to take back down. Okay, great. So that way it's going to match the styling throughout. So now let's go and let's just save this real quick. And let's hit next. So here we have a rule set of who is actually going to see this pop-up. So we can customize that by clicking on options and then edit. And you can see here we can name our rule set. So new visitors number 1. And I want to show the pop-up once per session to visitors that match the following conditions. So you can go in and you can change this. Again, I wouldn't do on every single page, but I think once per session is good. And you also have additional items. So we have here if they have not ever engaged with the form. So that means they haven't already filled it out to get a code before. They've seen this promotion less than 3 times. So if they've seen it a bunch of times and they still haven't engaged with it, then let's just not annoy them and continue showing it. And they have to view more than 1 page on this visit. So this is a great way of making sure that it's not going to be showing up just instantly, but it's more going to be showing up once they've gone through other pages of your site and you know that they're interested. So let's keep this as it is. You can add additional rule set information here, but let's just hit OK for now. And now let's hit our save button. and we can hit publish. So we have the option of entering a revision name. So if anything happens, we can always revert back to this. So let's just say summer and save and continue. So it says our campaign has been published, so we can go ahead and activate this to show on our site now. So I'll just click on activate. And now when we go to our store, you can see it show up here. So this is our pop-up. We could hit the no thanks, or we could enter our email address, hit the view code, and then see the coupon code. So it's a really cool, quick way to get this set up on your site. So now let's also set up our exit intent. So let's go back to Justuno. And you can see it here as well. So you'll actually see as the pop-up is being viewed more, you'll see the impressions, engagement, and conversions come through. But now let's go ahead and hit create promotion. And we'll do a pre-built theme again. But let's actually look and see what other options they have. So there's a lot of different things here, but let's do the Black Friday, and let's do that for our exit intent. Okay, so Black Friday desktop exit intent. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this now. So I'll just click that in. Oh, okay, so this is really cool kind of takeover effect. So I always see this for anytime we're getting ready for Black Friday, which you should really start thinking about what your promotion and sale is going to be starting now and this fall so that you are giving yourself enough time to prepare. But I imagine the Black Friday pop-up is going to be pretty popular since everyone's trying to vie for people's attention, and this is definitely an attention grabber. So again, we can go into all of this and click and make any kind of changes that we want to the words and the styling of it. However, I think this looks good for now. Let's actually go in and we'll just connect this coupon code again. So I'm just clicking on the field and going to coupon options. And then let's type in our coupon code again. Again, you would definitely want to make sure that whatever coupon codes you have created, if you are just writing them out like I am, that you are also creating them in your Shopify store. So let's hit Save Changes. Okay, and let's hit Next. Oh, looks like it didn't save, so let's save that real quick. Okay, and so now we have this rule set of exit offer. So let's go again to Options and Edit. And you can see we have a lot of different options with the exit offer. So you can choose to show this only on a specific page after they've seen many different pages or scrolled a certain percent down. However, we want to do when exiting. So it says shows when visitor intends to leave the site. So we have additional options here of you can make it show only on specific pages or to not show it on the cart or checkout page. You also, again, can make sure you're only showing it once per visitor session and when to stop showing. So if they've closed out of it this visit, to not show it again. So I'm going to keep this as any page on the site. But let's actually switch to advanced mode. So we'll click on advanced mode on the bottom left-hand corner and click OK. And now we get additional options where we can really do the exit offer based on what the contents of their cart are. So we can show this pop-up once per session to viewers who are intending to leave. And then they also need to not be on the cart or checkout page, or they also need to have not closed this pop-up this visit. So we can keep these as is, but we can also add an additional rule set. So let's click over here and we can click and see the different options that you have if you click into all of these, and we can drag them over. So we can say cart totals this visit. I can drag it and drop it over. And so this is going to be their total amount in their cart. So we can say amount is greater than, and we can say $1. So if they have more than $1 in their cart, then we are then going to show them this pop-up. So that means that they have seen something that they like, they have added it to their cart, and for whatever reason, they are leaving now. So this is an incentive to try and go ahead and get them to do that. So let's click out of this other option of the pop-up. So now we've got that set up, and I'm just going to click OK. So there are a lot of other options that you have to trigger when the pop-up shows up, but that is a really great way to make sure that you're being very specific about who sees it. So let's hit save, and then we'll hit publish. So we again can name this version. And we'll hit save and continue. And I'm not going to activate this on my site now since it's not Black Friday yet, so let's hit close. However, let's go to our promotions area here, and you can see here that we have one that is on, which we had already tested on our site, and the other that is not currently delivering. So we could go in and of course change the wording so that it wasn't Black Friday and just make it a more general exit intent pop-up. There's a lot of different options that you have here of really customizing the pop-ups for whatever promotion or need that you have, as well as still matching it with your branding and really grabbing people's attention. And again, you can see exactly how the pop-ups are doing and performing over here and in this dashboard area. So I hope you found that video tutorial helpful, and you can see how quick and easy it is of a process to set up pop-ups with Justuno, where you can really target people specifically based on the actions that they're taking on your site, which is the best way to make sure that you are getting your ideal customer to your email list and that you're not going to frustrate people in the process. So I would love to know what you thought about the app, as well as what pop-ups you're going to be setting up on your site. So make sure to comment below and let us know. Also, don't forget about that 14-day free trial with Justuno, and there's a link in the description. If you didn't follow along, you can go ahead and click that link and get started setting up pop-ups for your Shopify store today. If you're interested in more tips about how to grow your Shopify store, check out some different growth strategies I have over here. I have a playlist full of different growth strategies that I recommend to launch and grow your Shopify store. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to be notified whenever we put out new videos all about Shopify and how to grow your online store. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.